Hello, grade 5, and welcome to session 3 of our lesson, which is multiplication of decimals. After we learned how to multiply a decimal number by a natural number and multiplying two decimal numbers together, let's learn today how to multiply a decimal number by power of 10. It means we are going to learn how to multiply a decimal number by 10, by 100, and by 1000. Let's start. Before we continue, let's take a note. The note is about the unnecessary zeros. Unnecessary zeros are the zeros that we can delete them, we can cross them. Example, if you have this decimal number, as you know before, all zeros to the left are unnecessary zeros. You can delete them. And if you have a decimal number, only in the case of a decimal number, you can delete also the zeros to the right. So in this case, you can cross these two zeros and you can also cross this zero. So the answer will be 53.21. Look here. Look at this decimal number. Similarly, you can cross this zero to the left. It's an unnecessary zero. And since it's a decimal number, you can also delete the zeros to the right because they have the same value. How? If you have 2.0 is the same as 2. If you have 14.50 is the same as 14.5. They have same value. What did we do? We cross the unnecessary zero. Okay, you can cross these zeros to the right. Why? Because we have a decimal point. Look here to the right. Similarly, we have 0.200. Look here. Here I can't cross this zero because it's 0 point. If you cross this zero, this number will be 200. It's a whole number, while it is a decimal number. In the decimal number, you cross these two zeros to the right. So this number will have the same value as 0.2. Similarly here, 30.0, you can cross the 0 to the right, so it will be 30 point. So it will be 30 alone. It's a whole number. Finally, for this session, we are going to learn how to multiply a decimal number by 10, by 100, and by 1000 mentally, without writing them in the vertical form. Keep it in your mind whenever you multiply a decimal number by 10, 100, or 1000 or 10,000, the decimal point will move to the right. Okay, when you multiply. How many digits depending on the zeros of the multiplied number? Let's take an example. Example 1. Let's multiply this decimal number by 10. What to do? Move the point one digit to the right. We said that if I multiply a decimal number by 10, by 100, or by 1000, we are going to move the decimal point. But how many digits? Depending on the zeros here. Here we have 1 0, so we are going to move the decimal point one digit to the right. So this is the number, multiplying it by 10, moving one digit to the right. So here will be the decimal point. Our final answer will be 5225.26. Why? Because we multiply this number by 10. So 2.526 times 10 will be 25.26. Look, here the number is bigger than here. Why? Because we multiply it by 10. So we can multiply by 10, by 100, or by 1000 mentally. What if we multiply the same number by 100? We are going also to move the decimal point to the right, but in this case we are going to move the decimal point 2 digits to the right. Why? Because we have 2 zeros. So moving the decimal point 2 digits to the right, here is our number, our decimal number, multiplying it by 100, move the decimal point 1, 2. So our final answer will be 252.6 after we multiply it by 100. So 2.526 times 100, we will have the same number, but the decimal point will jump to the right depending on the number of zeros. We have 2 zeros, the decimal point will jump 2 digits to the right, so we will get 252.6. Finally, example 3, what if you multiply the same number by 1000? Similarly, the decimal point will jump to the right. How many digits? 1, 2, 3. So the decimal point will jump 3 digits to the right. So here we will have, look, 1, 2, 3. Here will be the decimal point. So we will get 2526.0. But you can cross this 0. This 0 is an unnecessary 0. So what happened when you multiply this number by 1000, multiplying it by 1000, the decimal point jump to the right. How many digits? Depending on the number of zeros. So 1, 2, 3 digits to the right, we will get 2526. By this, we finished our session. Thank you for watching. Goodbye.